what's up, y'all? Oh, it's your boy Jay on the Segway. Hey, you guys saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. The new Dji Pocket 3 is a pretty nice camera. I agree. But if you have other cameras, like the one you're watching me on right now, you don't actually need the Pocket 3. It is quite expensive. Relatively expensive, but still nonetheless expensive. So, what camera is that? It's the kind of camera I could do stuff like this, you know, leave you sitting right there while you watch me walk by. Do things like this. For as long as I have the actual camera in front of me, you guys can look at me talk, right? I can give you a little showcase. I can say, hey, Jay on the Segway, blah, blah, blah. Then I can shoot you that way, have you look at those things. Yep, we can do that. I can participate in goofy acts like doing stuff like this around the camera. And you guys get to watch me do it. Like, what the heck is Jay doing? We can do that. This is the type of camera that you can set up on your dashboard or use a suction cup, put it on top of your car, and then have it, you know, one camera facing forward, the other one facing backward, and get a view like this. So you just, we're driving down the road, and guess what? You can see in front of you and behind you. That's a 360-degree move right there. Yeah! Hey, did I mention that the camera actually records? I ain't doing this all the time. The camera actually records your voice as you move around. You hear me? Yeah, buddy. You guys still waiting to hear what kind of camera it is? Some of you may know already. Okay, you see that water out there? I could dunk this in there up to 33 feet or 10 meters. Yep, we're looking good. We're looking good, guys. Oh, don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. You could spin us around like a helicopter. I mean, when you think about it, this camera is quite loaded. I mean, you can do webcams with you on one side and another person on the other side. You got 18 megapixel and 72 megapixel camera photographies. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with this thing. It's pretty legit. Bluetooth 5.0. You can actually use your Apple Pods to connect to it for the audio. In case if your audio, you don't think it's going to be good. It is quite windy out here, by the way. And not to mention, this thing does record 16-bit audio. So you got that also. Like doing travel labs videos? Well, this one can record an 8K travel lapse. It's pretty fly. Do I need a gimbal? Gimbal? What gimbal? Does it look like you need a gimbal? You don't need no gimbals around here. Okay, well, sounds like there's all goods to this camera. After all that good stuff I just told you guys, now let's get to the things I have an issue with. First things first. The lenses on this camera. What about the lenses? They're very sensitive. No. Another problem. This camera, to get it where you want it, you're gonna spend an extra anywhere between $100 and $250, $300. What does that get you? Well, one thing, the microphone jack, that puts you on a TRS type setup. It does have pass-through USB-C charging. So if you want to like have this thing mounted on your motorcycle or something and you want to charge it while you're riding and then still have a 3.5mm jack wireless microphone plugged into it, and you can still get a Ulanzi UPT-20 mount that'll mount to the side of this camera. So you could, if you're using a Rode wireless system, for example, it only is going to work for the Rode wireless system. You can have 360 footage and never see your receiver. Yeah, that's the thing. You see, the problem I have with that is you have to spend that extra bread.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Now we up there higher than the Pocket 3. You get what I'm saying? But if you already have this camera and you maybe don't have some of the accessories that I mentioned in this video, there you go. You might not need to buy the Dji Pocket 3. Which, did I mention was a really good camera? Yeah. It is. And how's the low light performance on this? You guys want to see what this is? Okay. Right here, look. Let you guys go. Before I let you guys go, for real, just know that if the camera lenses break or crack or scratch and now you can't record anything because your footage is always going to have these little lines in them, if you buy this camera, and you don't have to buy it from the Insta360 website, you can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it on B&H Photo, and if you live in another country, just pick a reputable seller to buy this camera from. You can then go right on the Insta360's website, and within, I can't remember how many days it is, but you can register the camera on their website. When you register your camera on the website, you have like 2 or 3 days to get the Insta360 Care. Get that. Please get that. It's worth it. Make sure you select the correct one for the camera you just purchased. And that way, if your camera falls and you scratch your lens up, you're not paying $200, $300, $400, $500 to repair your lenses. Okay? It's very important. You guys want to make sure you go on and do that. Look, this camera is loaded with options. I mean, the app is fun. It's a very fun app to edit your videos with. The camera itself has 8K time lapse. You got star lapse where you can just set the camera down somewhere at night and it can just loop record, and then you get star streaks. And then shoot, this time of the year right now where I'm at exactly, it's a lot of falling stars going, or meteors coming out of the sky, go flying across the sky, because I guess it's that time of the year or whatever. There's a certain asteroid shooting stuff off. But anyways, you got that. You got HDR photo with 18 or 72 megapixels. You got HDR video. I mean, this camera is stacked with options and features. So if you guys need that in your life, definitely get that. All right, you need that. All right, we're done now. We're done. I'll see y'all. So now comes the question: will I get the DJI Pocket 3? I'm not really sure. Why? Well, it takes an action camera and a gimbal and put them together, and then give you some motion for the ocean, right? Being able to spin around, being able to track you. So it kind of puts a little drone feature in there as well, unless they do have gimbals, which I believe they do, that can follow you with your camera mounted to it. I have a gimbal. I have a bunch of action cameras. Right now, you guys are still watching me on the Insta360 One RS 1-inch, which basically does all of that. Doesn't keep you at 4K solid, but it does the same thing. It's fun to use. I'm sure the Pocket 3 is fun to use, but given all the stuff that I already have, I don't see me purchasing a Pocket 3. I don't even have enough viewers or subscribers to even justify the price.
Hate to see it.
But it looks like a fun camera. And do I recommend you go get one? Well, I don't know. You could just sit and wait for the holidays. Maybe there'll be some discounts on it. Maybe there's some of the other reviewers that's doing reviews on that camera will take it out on, like, maybe you want to use it for everything, like I am the action, like this 360 camera. You can use it for everything. And no matter the weather, right? That's probably a big thing. No matter the weather, if it's raining, if it's drizzling. Now, the One RS 1-inch, you can't use it while it's raining. It doesn't take pressurized water too well, or dust even. But the X3 can. You can take the X3, mount it up on your car, drive through a snowstorm, through wind, through rainstorm, heavy thunderstorms, and it's going to be totally fine. I don't think you can do that with the Pocket 3. So you got to have some decisions to make. Do you want a camera that can do it all? You're basically a jack of all trades? Do you want the Pocket 3, which is actually the jack of a few trades, or a master of a few trades, but not a jack of all? Or just get you an action camera and a gimbal on the side. It's up to you. You got to think about how you are going to use these cameras, okay? The cameras that you buy, you always have to think about how you plan on using the camera. What type of videographer are you? Okay, that's what it boils down to. Me, I like being out here in nature. Okay, let me spin this around because I have to make sure the good part of the lens that's not busted up too bad is still facing me, so I can't spin it around in post and show you guys what's in front of me because the other lens is jacked, as you guys already seen. But you have to figure out what you need with the camera. That's always important. And then once you figure out what you need the camera for, then you figure out what your budget is. And you know, none of these cameras are cheap necessarily, so you know, you may have to look on eBay and maybe Facebook if you do Facebook, and any other source to find you one of these cameras for a more affordable price. Without further ado, man, Jay on the Segway, I'm out of here. It's brick out here. As you guys can see, we done changed fits to finish off the video, so I'm out of here. Peace. Whoa. Huh. Damn. Good catch.